Good morning. Welcome back. Another edition of Eddie G's Music World is about to begin. Um, you may notice that I have been not talking as much about charts and running down lists of things and music news. I've just been taking a bit of a backseat to that. This is February 18th, 2019. I guess I'm feeling a little reflective of things that I've said, things that I've written about, parts of my life that have poured out of me, good or bad, that I put down on paper. I'm a little stressed this week because I've got a medical test to do, which I dread preparing for and being having to go far away to a hospital and spend a few hours there and inconvenience people to come with me to pick me up. And it's like a bad week. 5 days this week, I have things that I'm doing that I don't want to do. I'm sure other people can relate. Like, you get things that you have to do. What are you supposed to do? You can't cancel them. They're things that you have to do for other people, for yourself. So I'm doing it. I'm being a trooper, doing it for me, doing it for everybody else. So it's going to be reflection time. Eddie G's Music World. We're going to go back in time. I usually don't date these things, so I don't know when I wrote them, but sometimes I can remember. And I don't think the general audience, whoever's is listening, which I'm appreciative of, may not be thrilled to hear all this stuff, but I'm doing it to preserve things about my life that in the future can be found on the internet. Here's a long one. Can't remember when this one was. Here, let's just get to it. Success and failure balance each other, so there is no rigid following of repeating the same emotions. The workday is nearing an end. You scratch your head and think. You've been there before. Like a dance step that you do when you close your eyes. You could do it with your eyes closed. Back home, a refuge for the weary, worried, bewildered, and hopeful. Yes, hopeful, because no matter what the day takes away, the night could put it back. As long as there's someone who thought of you through their laborious trek through life's highway. Did she? What position did I occupy? Let me see if there's a volume here. I can't hear myself that clearly, but let's hope. Let's raise it up a bit just in case. Okay. Front, back, middle, or none. No one can fully ever know. Evil and goodness fight a lifelong battle, and often neither comes out ahead. The eyes are said to be the window to the soul. Thoughts rush through your head faster than light, and they collide, making a crash that only you can hear. Everyone is truly alone. The feelings that are shared between two people are like unopened paint bottles to Picasso. Sure, they can be put together on canvas and be breathtaking, but left in the jars on the shelf, and they are only separate colors. We must constantly mix those colors and patiently together create what can be potentially be our masterpiece. Nothing beautiful happens fast and easy. Fast and easy is cheap and forgettable. Walk with me slowly, and together we'll show them all we can. Okay, so this is a. I seem to be having this theme of reflective days and moments back then, too. We're heading over to another one. Let your clothes slip off you. It's okay. Your ebony goddess is here to play. Not sure what this is about. The lights go down, and so do you. Don't hide from your fantasies. You know what to do. Your skin opens up to her velvet touch. You feel her body. You love it so much. I think Grigster's getting excited. This new experience is a lot to take in. The pleasure you feel leads to guilt and sin. Lips crash together, hands move around. The two of you kissing make a succulent sound. When all is said and done and she slips away, we all have been through a truly exciting day. Maybe I need to see another shrink. Or maybe just see Creeper Freak and just do something gruesome and it'll all be over. Next, let's see what I got here. There's room again in my bed for you. Come lay down and we'll see it through. You may think it's the same routine again, but I have a surprise. I brought a friend? No, it's not what you expected, not part of your plan. You see, I'm not into bringing in a man. Thank God. I know deep down inside you need to explore your feminine side, your inner whore. Who am I talking about? So close your eyes, say nothing now, as I bring to you someone to show you how. Let her run her hands up and down your back. Here she is now. My goddess, she's black. My goodness, she's black. Your shyness comes through, combined with a thrill. As she unbuttons her top, I felt a certain chill. You don't know how to react or what to say. She will take you to heaven for the day. As she reaches for you, as she reaches for you, don't be shy. She can touch you unlike any guy. Where's this girl now? God only knows who it is, when they were here. These are the 90s people. I had a crazy streak. Let's hope this is not as sexual, because it's getting embarrassing. Oh my God. Seems to be I'm on a theme here. Come over here, my dear. Let the palm of my hand find your rear. Well, that sounds like fun. When I look in your eyes, I want to see the fear inside you when you're over my knee. Harder, faster, my hand will spank. When your ass starts to heal, it's me you'll thank. The moans and the whimpers coming from your mouth are turning me on as my hand goes south. Okay. Saved by the email. As the tears start welling up in your eyes, you will feel the pressure around your thighs. You skate your body with delight and fear. Your orgasm must be drawing near. But just before you give it up, I will cease your pleasure and stop. So remember when you need the pain, and the force of my hand will be there again. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, I think I had a much more exciting time when I was younger, because when you're married for a long time and you have kids, those kind of things they just don't happen. Oh, they could, but less and less. That's all I'm going to say. Here I have a massive. Wow, these are really crazy stuff here. Must have been a depressing time. Because the title of this one is 7 Inches from Suicide. Dream about tomorrow. Forget about today. I know it isn't easy, but listen what I say. If you don't get it together and let it fall apart, you'll perish in the worst way. You'll end up at the start. Right now, you're 7 inches from suicide. Our life is running out. You want to run and hide. Be careful and look out. 7 inches from suicide. Think before you act. 7 inches from suicide. Your future is set back. Looking back on what you've seen, you wonder what life's for. Is the next breath you take leaving you wanting more? Pressures got you running down to your last drop of love. You wonder, why should you go? It isn't enough. Well, you're 7 inches from suicide. You're reaching a bitter end. 7 inches from suicide. Will you break or will you bend? This should be a song, but I don't know any rock and roll heavy metal people. 7 inches from suicide. Who will really care? 7 inches from suicide. The pain's too much to bear. Take the time to look around. Think twice before the end. Don't do something terminal. You are your own best friend. A very quick decision is hard to reverse. Close your eyes, think very hard about the cold ride in a hearse. Be careful, you're still 7 inches from suicide. There's still time to hold back. 7 inches from suicide, 7 inches from the black. Stay away from the black. 7 inches. Stay on the right track. There's no turning back. 7 inches, don't crack. 7 inches from suicide. Please, please, please come back. 7 inches from suicide. We love you. We want you. Don't let misery haunt you. If Metallica's listening, you can have this song. Just give me like 5%. Short, fat, Fanny looked at her nanny, wondering who she is. Scratching her head, she went to bed, screaming she'd been kissed. Gets up in the morning. The sun gives a warning about the weather for the day. Puts on her clothing. Her life she's loathing. How long will she pay? She tries her best to put on her vest over her mammoth mounds. Then it's off to work as a checkout clerk. Doesn't sound like a great job. Here's another one. She'll be there, happy and shining. What's that? The light is off. At what cost? It's been 5 days. Can two hearts join? Did they? Eyes later, lights pushing outside the edge. Bring the wine. Years from now, where will we be? Skin on skin. Lose on will forever. Lost under the golden sky, together only in that way. Arms stretch out, reaching for nothing, hanging on air. But no, she is there. Feel the sweat and the thoughts looking together, locking together. Time holds the tidy that will separate us. The tidy that, I don't know. Pressure will not look but thaw. Will not cook but thaw. Pressure will not cook but thaw. How long we all sleep alone. Our eyes see only ourselves when we look at others. We can only love what we are. We love others because they love us. Speak not the truth. Let it smooth its way into the back of your mind. Only left what has made it to the tip of your tongue make its way outside the cell. Is this the last page of this group? No, there's 1, 2, 3, and even more. Eddie G's Music World, going off at a tangent of poems and lyrics that I've written. February 18th, 2019. I want to see a film of your life before you become my wife. Show me smiles that have been, and I'll show you a love obscene. Take away the I love yous. They're the ones from becoming twos. Stop the ones from becoming twos. Break down your heart to its smallest part, then sail it down the river. If I sail it back to you, I'm an Indian giver. Bleed me emotion, pleasure and pain. Pour your soul on mine. Maybe then I'll show you mercy or break your fragile spine. You say I'm ruthless, heartless. My body is filled with hate, but watch your words, hold your tongue, or your future I will create. It won't be fun. You'll roast in the sun, and the vultures will pick your flesh. You'll rot away till judgment day, forever, unless you redeem your sins eternally, sell your soul to me, sacrifice your thoughts, fears, and secrets, and then I'll set you free. Laugh at me, it's okay. I know you don't mean it. You fool, you know not what you say, for I've read your mind, I've seen it. It's so malnourished, underfed, so vacant, so I'll free it. Your body shall have a new home, the Iron Maiden, a perfect fit. It cuts into your velvet skin, striking to the bone. Your destiny has left you here. Alas, you die alone. Alone, just like you were thrust out from a cavern warm, only to be freed on by feeded on by bees taught to swarm. The bees are like the people, and you, my dear, the honey. And you laughed at such trivial things, but now it's not so funny. You're born, you grow, you smile, you breathe, and then you go to school. The machine needs fixing, and you are used, a tool. A working relationship, one corpse rubs another. One more thrust, oops, oh, oh, oh. The tramp becomes a mother. The pleasure you experienced is sent you shivers of joy. Little did you know you were just a sexual toy. Blood rushed to your head, liquid flowed quite freely. Your skin rushed up your shaking bones. You became quite squealy. But never underestimate the trade you have to make. You give up yourself if only that skin begins to break. It's true, you get back pleasure, a feeling beyond compare. That sweat on your brow, the sweat on all your hair. The end of all that fuss, heaven's trick from above, will come back to haunt you, and Satan will give you a shove. No, I didn't send this one into Hallmark. It's fulfilling physically. You say it's making love. Then all the fun is over. You're blown down below from above. Down to the underground, that swirling land of fire. And all because you craved that feeling which deceived you. Now you're a friar. I mean, listen, I could talk about music at some other time. I like talking about music. But this is just such a crazy week. I just can't get into it. So I'll just read the stuff. Hopefully somebody will find it interesting and one day someone will listen to it. It's okay. Now this one I might have read before because I might have 2 or 3 copies. But I'll just go for it. Empty pages. I might have read it last week. I don't know. Empty pages. I keep turning those empty pages. My hopes and dreams were full, so I kept turning those empty pages. They all had such distant faces. In their eyes there were faint traces. I was looking for a reflection of me, but all I could see were faint traces. I think I did read this one last week, but I'll finish it. Their words rang so hollow, their meanings were so hard to follow. In my soul, I knew there was much more. My faith was sinking so low. Then a page stayed with me. A new image was there for me to see. She was not like the others. I believed in what was in front of me. Now, no more empty pages. I had grown past those stages. Now that the vision appeared, no more empty pages. The truth was coming to me. It was time to set it free. Now I had to meet her to see if it could really be. One day led to the next. She was better than the rest. If what you want is worth waiting for, you have to put your faith to the test. So when you come across those empty pages, try to be courageous. You'll be rewarded for your patience. Keep turning those empty pages. Okay, I did read this one last week, but it's a classic, right? It's like you hear a song that you like, you hear it again. What is this? I promise next week I'll come up with something really exciting. Eddie G's Music World. In and out of sleep, I'm part of a tapestry. Can't understand why the night does this to me. Every day is old routine. Want to get away from all I've seen. Come the night, I hide alone. Screen the phantoms on the phone. They don't understand where I'm at. They just want some ears to chat. Deep in the hay, I fade to gray. No one left in my way. It's here I wallow in my head, brain cells burnt out, left for dead. But I'm still alive. I still have something to strive for. The locked door stands in front of me. I still have something to die for. No one can ever see. Still have something to cry for. No one really cares. I still have something to try for. Morning glory, lights flash on. The night again brings the dawn. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. No evidence left of the midnight strain. I know there's something left to prove. Too many lies pass by as truths. Someone has to right the wrongs, don't they? While we drag ourselves around, we hear the same old tired sounds. Can't we set ourselves free to solve the mystery? I've been stepped on by heartless thieves who walk on those they refuse to see. They leave their marks on my tired bones, then they leave me alone. How's everybody doing? It's so cold outside. I don't know why this grip of frozen air just it's not going to let go for another month, if not 6 weeks. I see all these miserable frozen people taking their kids to school, picking them up. Then the kids have to walk down that long path to the class. They don't like it. I don't like it, but we stay. When we feel no one else cares about our problems, we should care about other people's problems and keep the spirit of my grandmother alive. What's this about? With this said, I can put her to rest, knowing all of you are aware of this side of her, which we will all dearly miss. This was a little bit of her will live on in all of us, and hopefully will touch all of you in some way. I think this is when one of my grandmothers died. Okay, we'll let this go to the end a little early because it's kind of a, I think for one of my grandmothers, I got up and spoke. So I kept it. Let's hope this one is fascinating. Wow, I got some really long ones here. I think we're going to make this a half a show. We're going to go 30 minutes because I think 30 minutes is all anyone could take of this. These musings of mine. I reserved you a place where you'll go real soon. You'll not like it, of that I'm sure. It's filled with vermin like you, whose thoughts are impure. The man will greet you with cape of red and horns like knives. You'll pay for lovemaking before they became your wives. For every ounce of pleasure, there must be an ounce of pain. The righteous can sit and judge to decide who survives and who is slain. We all have destinies. Our futures are precise. Someone knows who's naughty and nice. Attached to our bodies is a homing device. We're being pulled to our bitter end based on the feelings we send. Watch out for the love you lend. Are they foe or friend? As your clock ticks away, as your glowing bodies lay, your direction is being formed by your victims which you scorned. Your future awaits, and I know what it is. Slip me 5 and I'll give you a clue. For everyone has a price, even this Jew. Come walk with me and I'll show you the way. I'll show you the equal parts pain for all the play. For everyone who smiles based on pleasure, on all those warm nights of sexual leisure must bring you to me, my friend, and I'll drag you screaming to your bitter end. Love was something foreign to me. I could never experience, only see. His hand around hers, around him, like infant child on a jungle gym. Jealous, not me, never couldn't be. I settled into my mediocrity. My lot in life was to send feelings of love. They died a bitter death, never taken. They drifted back into me to sleep. They slept until I was 25. That's when my heart came alive. Gone were rejections I was used to. Now was a love that I never knew. Soft and sweet, it flowed from a natural stream. Two pieces of driftwood waiting for the current to send them to their destination. Never loved before, both of us. Who could ever ask for more? Our eyes only shone for each other. Selfish love, it fit like a glove. What better way to feel than this? We settled for this and got that. Who knew how long it would last? Is love like a time bomb? Soft, rhythmic, ticking, lulling two people into state of predictability only to go off one day? Does anyone know the results before the end? Who puts two together? Fate, God, devil? The fire gets hot only to burn out. Is it worth the trip if only for it to end? Is eternity only a dream? Can it only be achieved when we close our eyes about what we detest in our other? Can we close parts of our minds and leave other parts open? I love you, I hate you, I hold you close, I push you away. I touch your skin, the love begins the next day. The tricks play with my mind. I become unkind. High tide love, low tide pain, then reverse. The flow of emotions can drift you to a watery grave. Is it worth it? Confusion is akin to suicide. It is better to end it all and be free of this pain. But how will I perceive their grief convert if I cannot live to grieve it? It is perversely thrilling to imagine watching my own funeral. After all, their pain is really love for me. What attention. Listen to them. I know him. He was nice. He knew music. He had problems. I should have known he would kill himself. Well, I'm not going to kill myself. These are obviously moments of horrible sadness I went through. I didn't realize I was that sad back then. But on that note, I am going to start to shut it down because I don't have the energy to roll for another half an hour on the same subject. And I don't have the motivation to get into the music this week. So we'll just end it here. Abbreviated version of Eddie G's Music World. For those faithful that listen, happy to have you. If you're a new person and you just stumbled in, well, I tried. I poured my heart out to you. There might be some kind of interest in what I said. I'm hoping. It was cathartic for me because I'm pouring out thoughts that were written easily 25 to 35 years ago. So this has been a healthy way to pour them out. So listen to music, have fun this week, enjoy yourself, enjoy everyone else. Eddie G's Music World is coming to a close for this week, February 18th, 2019. And thank you.